This one. Okay. So this is something about pillar clip that's kind of important if you get screwed over like I did earlier. So let's talk about the float up with the bad camera that I got. Okay, let's talk about that first. So I got this one, right? This is the one I got where I paused early, right here, so I had to wait for the float up, but I can't see Link. So how am I supposed to tell when Link has floated up? So I can't see him. I can't even see Midna. She's inside the wall right here. What am I supposed to do? Well, I could barely see the shield right there. It was down here, then it floated up, and now it's there. That was lucky. Maybe the camera angle was so bad that I couldn't even see the shield. Like, maybe that can happen. I don't know. This is like, I have never gotten it so that I have absolutely no indication of where Link is. I can see Midna here now, but now she's gone. And I have nothing to work with for like a good 2 seconds. But then right here I see this shield. So okay, I know I'm high up now. I need to be somewhere over here on the pillar and not down here behind it. That's how I knew. Alright? That's how I knew that I could clip, that I was like in this spot, which is good for putting on iron boots now. Boom, you pop through. But why do I know that I need to wait for the float up in the first place? When I pause here, how do I know I don't just instantly end up at the good spot? Well, first of all, I can see that Link is right here in the middle. This whole structure right here, this part of the pillar, like this is the top, with the top of the symbol, this is the bottom, like this line that goes here. I'm in the middle, which is not good because it's up here where you clip. You can see it right here. Yeah, watch me live. You can see it right here. This is the top. This line right here. I mean, it goes like down right here and it goes down left here. This is the symbol. Sorry, I was talking about earlier. This symbol right here is the top, right side, left side. We'll see this right here. This is the symbol. Here is the left side and here is the right side of that line. When I call Midna, I stop here. I'm in the middle. I know that I need to go further up to clip through. I'm halfway there. I need to wait for the float up. But it's kind of hard to tell because it goes really fast. I have about 1 second to see this. I can see I'm stuck inside there in the middle. So I need to wait for the float up. There's also something else I can look at, and that this is a clip where I get I'm in the spot I want to be in as soon as I call Midna. I'm already up here. There's no need to wait for a float up. I'm in a good spot. And I know that because I look right here and I see that his shield is like really short in a way. He's really far away from the camera. Look at this frame and compare it with this frame. Actually, the frame right before was really good. This is the one where he is in the correct spot as soon as I call Midna, and this is the one where he's not in the correct spot when I call Midna. They look close because the camera is underneath Link looking up, so you can't really see the proportions as easily. Like, this looks very close to this, but he's much further up. If the camera pans over like this, now it's much easier to see. But if I see Link's shield being pressed all the way up there, being really like short like this, I know that I got the float up, and I can reassure myself because you will always get the good camera angle when you get this. No, I mean not the float up. When you don't need the float up, when you just instantly get to the good spot beyond this sharp edge chilling in between the wall and the pillar here, you'll get a camera angle that's something like this. You won't get the reversed piece of trash camera angle. You can barely see his shield, and it's really short. Here on the other hand, you can see his feet are dangling, the shield is longer, and he's also further down. Compared to the symbol, he's further down. Here he is further up. But like if you just look on the symbol, he looks very similar. But like his feet are dangling and the shield is longer when you need the float up. That's something you can look for. If you don't have time to like this is the time you have to react to it. You can see a lot of the shield is showing while we're waiting for a minute to pop up. Here is like you can't see anything. It's very little of Link showing. You can see 1 foot right there, but it's gonna get hidden right away. That means that we are in the good spot, and there's no need for the float up. Here on the other hand, we need to wait for the float up, but we can't see Link now because we got a trash camera angle. I only had this happen once right now, that I have this bad of a camera angle while I need to wait for the float up. While I need to see where Link is because I need to see that he floats up. Right now I can't see anything. If I keep pausing, I can see Midna right there popping. So she's high up. Maybe I already did the float up. Who knows? I was lucky, and I saw right there the shield. And if the shield is this high up, that means I'm in the correct spot. It used to be down here. Now it's up here, past this point. You have very little to work with sometimes with Pillar Clip. It depends on the situation, because you might get camera angles that are really obscure. But you need to work with what you've got. And because I saw the shield here, I realized, okay, I've completed the float up. You get 1 float up, that's it. So now I can target. Actually, I don't need to target, I get the good camera right away, because the camera wasn't reversed. So put in iron boots to pop through, take them off again, and we'll start swimming. So that looked really grim, but I knew what to do. And hopefully this explanation will help you also in knowing what to do in these situations. Knowing that when you see this short shield far up here, you understand that, oh, okay, I'm in the good spot. And the camera pans over, you can see this is the point, the sharp edge of the pillar right here. Let me find it again here. Now it's here. Link used to be below it. See it one more time. It's like here. Link is below the point. It's like right here. And then it's floating up, and the shield is right there now. Now it's above this point. Now it's under him. He needs to be over this point, chilling in the corner right here, to put iron boots to pop through. Right here, I was already above this point. So you can't really tell when the camera is like this because it looks circular. But as soon as the camera pans over, oh, you can see the edge right there. Link is now above it. And that's what you need to look at. He's in this corner now. So, I mean, you don't have to look at all of these visual cues, but now I've laid them out for you. I've explained every single visual cue that there is to this trick. As far as the clipping goes, you know, there is a lot you can examine here, and here are my thoughts. So if it's difficult to see, if you get this piece of garbage here, try to look for Midna's shadow, try to look for the shield. Midna is gonna be, I was thinking that Midna was above Link, and that Link was actually down here. So this didn't convince me to close this text box, or this text box, I mean. But the shield right here, the shield being above this point, okay, I know Link is up here now. He's in between the wall and the pillar. That's when I knew that, okay, it's good. I've completed the float up, even though I couldn't really see it at all. And I still make it. It's fine. Just tap swim carefully. Just realize that, okay, the loading zone is about here. I need to go a little bit down, but not too much. Right there, that's good. No need to go further down. I actually went really far down. Link's head could have been where my cursor is now, where my mouse is now. His whole body could have been up here instead, because the loading zone extends outwards. I'm still not inside the tunnel. I'm still out of bounds. But the loading zone is still further up, so I did not even need to sink that far down. Just a little bit. Like, this is too far. This is too far up. I need to go a little bit down. But that's good. No need to go further down than this. Just keep going forward. And I actually keep sinking a bit more than I actually need to. But nearing the end, if you had good task swimming, then it depends on the situation, but you don't necessarily need, you can just, to like continue task swimming, you can just hold forward and you might just be good. But I had very little air left here, so you can see like I made it on one of the last few frames. It's only like you can barely see any red left, so I kept task swimming all the way until like the loading zone. Okay, so what I just talked about now, I'll like highlight that and make it a YouTube video, I think, to explain Pillar Clip a bit more in detail.